Hi, this is Sebastian van der Schrier from socialanxietysolutions.com. I'm a former social anxiety disorder sufferer and a social confidence coach, and I help people feel relaxed and calm and at ease in social situations so you can be yourself and, and enjoy socializing and that kind of stuff. And it's a special day today. I'm almost stuttering. Why? Because it's my birthday. I'm turning, I have turned 35 today, and I actually have a very special surprise for you. I should be the one getting all the surprises, but hey, this surprise is for you, and you're gonna love this. This is very, very exciting. It's crazy you're gonna get this. So, in a moment, I first want to set the stage for it. I set the stage for it by telling a bit of a story. So, when I started trying to overcome my social anxiety, I tried a whole bunch of other things. I won't go into the whole story, it'll get really long, but I tried changing my thoughts, facing my fears, NLP, hypnosis, a whole bunch of things, and it all didn't really work until I found tapping. But as I've told my story before, once I found tapping, it didn't initially work for me. Before I had my first shift at that workshop, I went to an EFT workshop, and there I worked with the workshop leader, and there I experienced a profound shift. Prior to that, when I was still in South Africa, I'd been trying to get results for a half year or maybe 3/4 of a year, trying to get any results, and nothing would really shift, which was really frustrating because it was like, hey, what if this doesn't work for me? But I saw all these testimonials and I heard all these stories, so I was hopeful that please let it work for me. But it didn't really work for me until I got that shift with that workshop leader. And then, I tried a bunch of things on my own, and then I got a lot of help from outsiders, from therapists, from coaches. I've worked with many EFT masters, many EFT specialists. A lot of the top people in the EFT field have helped me overcome my social anxiety. So I had a lot of outside help, and that was also necessary because I didn't, there was no social anxiety coach. Nobody really specialized in that. And so from that outside help, I learned a lot. And I also learned why a lot of people struggle to get results tapping on their own. Now, you can be quite clever with tapping. And, when you have particular strategies, you can make quite a lot of progress. But there are certain things that are very difficult, if not impossible, to address on your own. And in fact, most people, if not all people, won't be able to overcome their social anxiety completely on their own. All right, so why is that? Well, I've talked about this before. That's because of subconscious blind spots. So you not being able to see the issues that need to be resolved the most, because your subconscious sends you in circles because it believes that the anxiety is protecting you from some kind of pain or disaster or catastrophe. That's one. Further, excuse me. Further, social anxiety can be quite complex, and so you can end up tapping on the wrong targets in the wrong way, which is also a way of self-sabotage, which is a result of subconscious resistance, which is related to subconscious blind spots, which means that your subconscious mind believes that you being socially at ease isn't safe or beneficial, or you letting go of your social anxiety isn't safe or beneficial. And often that is not for logical reasons. And so it can be quite complex to address this. So I've offered a lot of solutions. I offer a program to overcome your social anxiety called Create Incredible Emotional Control, where it's like step-by-step things broken down. You become really good at tapping and you become really proficient. And that's an amazing program, and people are reporting great progress using it. And yet, there is some element missing. So I'm saying that about my own program, right? There's some element missing that I can't provide or haven't been able to provide up until now. So, Last year, I started my social confidence community, and it consisted of drip-fed content, so specific tapping lessons step by step, a forum, and live webinars. Now, I started doing live webinars when the community started, and I did maybe 45 of them, I think, 45 or 50. And most of them were one-off webinars. So I would work with a person, and I'm like, all right, what's your biggest social anxiety issue? And I help that person shift their issue, and everyone would tap along and would get benefits. It was great. Now, about a month and a half ago, I decided to do a live coaching webinar tapping series on the biggest social fear that people have, according to a poll that I did with all the people on my newsletter, on my email list. And that number one fear was the fear of negative judgment. And I got a volunteer that I could coach. Her name is Mahsa, and she actually volunteered because she got my Create Incredible Emotional Control program, and I was gonna do a live webinar as like a bonus for that program. So then, now we're nearly done with Overcoming the Fear of Negative Judgment coaching series, and before I get into my surprise, let me just read to you 3 comments that were made under a particular coaching replay, because that kind of sets the stage. So here we go. Number 1, thank you so much for posting this, and to Mahsa for being so brave. I have had a massive improvement recently in my social anxiety, and I believe it is most likely down to tapping along to this coaching session. The causes of my social anxiety are very different as expected, but I think this cleared a lot of resistance for me. There's still improvement to be made, but I am so grateful. Next. This was a wonderful coaching session. I could relate to this entire video on many levels. Between brackets, we with social anxiety have many commonalities. But, she continues, in parts, I felt that it was a personal coaching session. The gymnasium exercise. Wow, I used MK's childhood baggage. It was powerful, and I used the tapping sequence about Mahsa's stepfather and replaced it with my mother. I needed this. Thank you for what you do, Sebastian. And last, not least, hi, this was actually a very emotional video for me to watch. Not because the root cause of my social anxiety is the same as Mahsa's, but because I could relate to the emotional pain she was experiencing. I cried several times watching this video and tapping along with it because I felt a lot of sadness coming up during the session. It somehow opened up a lot of emotional pain that I have stored in my body. At the same time, I also felt relief as the session progressed, as though I was able to let go of some of my pain. It was very helpful. Thank you both, Mahsa, for being so brave, and to Sebastian for being an amazing therapist. There we go. Now, why am I reading that to you? Well, to make myself look good and to pat myself on the back. Not just that. Because these are comments that were made under the first video of this coaching series. And because it's my birthday, I'm gonna let you watch that for free. Very cool, right? Now, I'm doing that because I think that people underestimate how challenging a problem with social anxiety can be. And I also realized that I've put a lot of videos out there. I've talked about it a lot. I've had simple tap-alongs and stuff like that, and I've given you video testimonials. I've interviewed PhDs. I've shown you the science of tapping. I've done all these things to try to convince you, but some of you are still like, yeah, right, I'm tapping and I'm not getting these great results. So there must be, tapping doesn't work for me, or I'm a tough case, or, and the reality of the situation is when you work with a practitioner, things are going to be very, very different. You're going to have very, very different results because that person can see from the outside the issues that you're having. So your subconscious blind spots are very obvious to me if I were to work with you, or any social anxiety client I have. to me, it's very obvious what these blind spots are. To me, that subconscious resistance is easily uncovered and very quickly released. And because that is the case, because it's difficult for people to imagine that you can really make a transformation, yeah, you can watch this video for free. So it's gonna be super cool. It's my gift to you on my birthday. And so you can go watch that by going to bit.ly/free coaching session 35, because, you know, I turned 35. There you go. Yes. So again, that is bit.ly, bit.ly/free coaching session 35, because I turned 35 years old. Now, I'm likely going to take that away after 7 days, so you got the time to watch it. So go there now, check it out, and after you've watched it, can you please leave a comment about how you felt, how you experienced it, how you felt before it, how you felt during it, what happened afterwards for you. You know, just some thoughts. I really want to hear from you. I'm learning as I go. You know, this is all new to me too, but I'm very excited about this because people have reported profound transformations already, and I think you're really gonna love this. So go and check that out. Go to bit.ly/free coaching session 35, and you know, I'm gonna go have some dinner with some friends, and I'm gonna go out dancing. It's gonna be a great time, and eat cake, of course. So have a great one. Thank you for being here, and enjoy. Bye-bye.